Yeah. Water cooler talk, sportsy in this thing. It's a Wednesday. What's up, everybody, man? It's a Wednesday. We back around the water cooler. Y'all know what that means. It's time for y'all to come in and join us around the water cooler, man. Tonight, man, we talking about could we potentially be on the verge of getting the next great Auburn wide receiver? It's possible. It's possible, ladies and gentlemen. Water Cooler Talk Sports is coming up next. Let's go,
boys and girls of all ages. You're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
You are now tuned in to Water Cooler Talks, covering everything you love about college football, especially everything going down in the SEC Conference. So, if you love college football, you need to lock in. And now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Yes, sir, man. We back around the water cooler, man. We appreciate y'all. It is Wednesday, August 6th.
Yes, sir.
2025, man. My name is Nick Frazier, one half of the Water Cooler Talk Sports. And the other man, you can hear him, but you can't see him. Tell him who you are, boss man.
Man, the visuals is coming very soon, but I am here, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marcus Fitzpatrick, and you know my slogan, let's go, let's get it.
Yes, sir, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler, as always, man. And tonight's show is going to be another great show, because guess what? We're just going to come in here and we have a good time. We're going to talk. We're going to have the phone lines open as always, because you know what? Y'all make the show, man. Y'all make the show great, man. And we appreciate y'all so much. Before we get into it, man, make sure you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23. And of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube, so you know when we post more videos and when we go live, man. We appreciate y'all so much as always. And of course, don't forget, starting this what is the 29th of August, Auburn versus Baylor. I will be doing Auburn live game watches every single week that Auburn is playing. We will be doing it.
So lit.
It's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be lit. I hope y'all come around the water cooler and join us there, because trust me, you're gonna enjoy the presentation, bro.
Hey, Nick, I got a question. Can we change the ratings on that show, or we still got to be clean?
Oh, are you gonna be on the show?
Man, you know we gotta. Of course, I gotta come in.
So, are you coming in, or are you gonna be on the show the whole time? Which one?
I'm gonna come in. I don't know if I can't be too clean to be on the show the whole time, depending on how the game going, Nick. But yeah, I'm gonna try.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see what happens. We're gonna see what's going on, man.
Because I don't want you to kick me off because I'm cussing too much.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great show. Bubba and the old man in the sports talk, man. He says the next Tyler Boyd. Gotta lock this one up. Talk about Jase Matthews, man. I'm telling you, this kid right here is phenomenal, man. He potentially could be the next great wide receiver at Auburn, man. That's what I'm saying. The Huggy Beard in the chat, the legend of
Huggy, what's up, Huggy? What's up, bro?
What's up, my guy? Get Musty in here. What up,
Musty?
Hey, what up, man?
AB armpits, ladies and gentlemen.
Auburn Dad up in the chat. What up, Auburn Dad?
What's up, Auburn Dad?
AD4L, what's going on? Auburn Dad, hope you're doing all right. My guy, hope you're doing all right. Huggy saying, what's happening, fellas? What happening with you, Huggy?
What's up?
Yes, please hit the like button. Like it. Oh,
you money.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Tell him. Appreciate that.
You money.
By the way, I found a beat. It fits perfectly. It even fits the first verse of the rhyme I did for the old intro. Once I buy it, just got to figure out how to record the vocals. Hey, that's right, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Huggy coming in with the
hey, Huggy got some stuff brewing in the background.
Stuff brewing in the background with the Huggy Beard. I'm telling y'all, get ready. It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope, man. Marcus said, I need that vulgarity partner. That's what he said. That's what he said he need, man. That's what I'm talking about. Jermaine said, if y'all get Jase, y'all will have one of them ones for real. We know that. Shout out to Jermaine Mills. That's why we saying he put.
That's from a Bama fan.
If he adds to this class, which it seems like a lot of people are projecting, that's what he potentially gonna be committing to. It seems as if let's be real. He's been trending to Auburn for the longest. Just gonna be honest. That's what he's been trending to for the longest. So a lot of people feel very confident about Jase Matthews committing to Auburn this weekend. So get ready, man. If that happens, it's potentially a turn the recruiting class around for Auburn, man. Let's go ahead. Let's head into the first half and let's get this thing right. Let's go.
This is the first half.
All right, man. We in the first half right now, man. We appreciate y'all, man. First off, man, thank y'all so much. Everybody that tuned into the show on Monday.
Yes. Appreciate
that
it.
Was a very big show, bro. That was a very big show.
Second biggest show of
no, it's not. It's not the biggest show.
I said the second.
Second, yeah, second biggest show. But the amount of people that tuned in, the amount of people that watched, the amount of people that hit the like and the subscribe button.
We appreciate
the show. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. That was dope. So I'm telling y'all, man, this is gonna be a great year for Water Cooler Talk. Got a lot in store for you, especially with these live game watches. Trying to get the production value up to where it's almost like you're watching ESPN. That's what we're trying to do. So it's gonna be dope. So I'm telling you, man, we appreciate that so much, man. I appreciate that so much, man. So it is what it is, man. Auburn Dad in the chat said, man, we got lock him down and steal Womack from OSU. I don't know if Womack is completely. I don't know if he's completely committed to Ohio. Is he completely committed to Ohio State? Because there were some people saying that.
Not for real.
I think it's between Auburn and Ohio State, but I think a lot of people feel like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people are picking Ohio State just because it's Ohio State. But I mean, he got if you believe in the familial ties, his sister plays softball at Auburn. Is already at Auburn. I think the family is an Auburn family. So I mean, we'll see what happens, man. But I'm telling you, man. But let's get into this first half of the show, man. Let's talk about Jase Matthews, man. And we need to put it to perspective how good Jase Matthews is as a prospect. I was reading way back I was reading, and somebody said that this is Jase Matthews. Jase Matthews potentially has Cam Coleman like abilities, but with better body control.
Whoa.
I said, wow.
Because Cam Coleman got a lot of body control in itself.
So they said he has Cam Coleman like abilities and has better body control. Jase Matthews does. I'm telling y'all, man, this would be the biggest get for this class, for this 26 class. I believe if he does commit to Auburn, I think he would be the highest rated commit in the class to that point. And then about a week or so after that, you have Braylon Womack that's gonna come up and commit. He potentially could end up being the highest rated guy in the class, 5-star guy. But Marcus, your thoughts on Jase Matthews and what his potential of being in this class for Auburn football does for this team moving forward and for recruiting?
I just want to know, what is the sales pitch that Hugh Freeze is pitching to these receivers, because he's racking them up.
That's a good point.
He's racking receivers up left and right, man. That's some. The way he's getting receivers is the way Lincoln Riley used to get quarterbacks. Like, he's getting them in and he's stacking them up, man, for real. So, but yes, I feel like he's gonna add to a great receiver room, and he's gonna come in with next year with this receiving class being a year experience to able to give him some more knowledge to add to his game. Man, it's gonna be scary, man. It's gonna be very scary. We can pull him.
I mean, when you look at the Freeze 4 class, right? That's the Malcolm, Perry, Bryce Kane, Cam Coleman class. Last year, you got a guy who I thought was probably going to be the steal of the class, and Sam Turner. And you starting to hear that now, because a lot of people in camp are talking about how good Sam Turner is going to be.
Yes, he performed.
And how he's performing. Now, if you can add Jase Matthews to this class, you know, after losing, you know, a Denarius Gray to Kentucky, after losing Williams to Florida State, after losing these guys that were committed to the class early on, but you can bring in a high-rated blue chip guy. I think his overall rating is like a 93.3 or something like that. So that's 4-star, borderline 5-star type talent that you're talking about, according to recruiting services. If you can bring a guy in like him, you know, that could be the focal point of the receiving room, you know, for the next 2 to 3 years, especially in that next after next year, after next season, he could definitely be that guy who could be in that conversation of being that guy. Man, if you could just get a quarterback that can just come in and just, I mean, if Hugh Freeze is going to continue to just rack up wide receivers like this in the class, if he's going to continue to do that, we don't need dynamic quarterbacks. In the words of Ted, shout out to Ted, Auburn Ted, that normally be on the show with us from SEC season. He says and he makes a good point about this. He was like, when we talk about numbers and we talk about stats, he was like, we don't need a quarterback to be all world in this type of offense in order for us to win. If you are accumulating talent like that around him. So I'm telling you, man, Jase Matthews, adding him to this class would be terrific. It would quell some of the recruiting. I'm not gonna say fully, but it will quell some of the recruiting worries that a lot of people have been having for the past 3 or 4 months with Auburn, and it would kind of set the pace for potentially what could happen in the next couple of months if Auburn were to go on and win 9-10 games. If that that would be dope.
Let me ask you this though, Dick. So if he signs, because right now I think we rank 70, right? And recruiting for that class.
Yeah, something
for
like
that class.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. What do you think his signing boosts us to? Because I know we had a show earlier that we were talking about it's gonna be tough for us to get back in that top 25 range.
Yeah, bro. But the thing is, like, okay, so if you sign him, okay, let's be real. So Jarquez Wilkes was okay. So when we signed Jarquez Wilkes, we was at 76, something like that, 76, 75. Jarquez Wilkes is a 4-star as well. He's like a 90, 91 type guy. And signing him moved you up 5 spots to 70. Okay. So I'm guessing, you know, if you sign this type of guy, I'm pretty maybe 5, 7 spots, maybe get into the upper part of the 60s, potentially could hit the 50s, because you got to think about it too. If he's committing somewhere, how many other guys are decommitting from other schools as well? You know, are there any other decommits that's causing the class to fall? and things stuff of that nature. So if you are taking that into effect of guys potentially decommitting, and then us trying to pick up a couple of 4, maybe even a 5-star, maybe even flipping a 5-star or something like that. If you take that into account, I mean, could we? But could we reach back up into the 50s? I don't know. I was on record saying that when it was asked if we were to sign a lot of these guys, where do you think we go? I said I think probably top 30, top 35, top 30 maybe is where I think we are. You know, I can't see us being top 20 or top 25 because of just how far we
that's a far climb. That's a very far climb.
That's a big climb, bro.
Very far climb, bro.
You have to sign like a couple of 2.
You got to sign like 4 or 5 more people.
4 stars and maybe some 3-star guys. You know what I'm saying? In that class to like kind of like bring that number back up to where you are in that conversation of like potentially being in the top 25.
Do you feel like after the season that you could probably flip 3 to 4 people?
Nah, I don't. I mean, so and this goes back to the conversation that we had
people. You might not even got to flip nobody, but like 4 or 5 stars that are holding out on their selection.
I mean, that's different. So if you got a lot of guys that are not committed, that's different. But when you look at the pool of talent that's out there, a lot of those guys are committed other places or getting ready to commit before the season. So now and that's why I was saying back in the end of May, beginning of June, I was like, yo, we need to be trying to get as many recruits in the boat as we can, because I think it's harder for a guy to say I'm stepping off of my recruitment if he's already committed somewhere, unless it's just something that he just can't get with that particular school or that program. I think it's harder for a guy to say I'm gonna back off my commitment, but it's easier for a guy to just say, if he's not committed, to just say they're in my top 5.
So what does a 10-2 finish?
I don't think. I mean, I still believe if Auburn were to win 10 games this season, and I have us winning 10 regular season games. If Auburn were to win 10 games this season, I think you potentially maybe get a flip, maybe 2, but then you have to look at that and see, like in the one that I'm looking at that you potentially could possibly flip. I'm just be real with you. Sorry, Alabama fans. Jase Edwards. Jase Edwards visited Auburn like 7 times and was talking about how much he loved Auburn and things and stuff of that nature. And it was just crazy. It was just crazy. But if Auburn were to go 10-2 and the bag was right, I think you can get a 5-star Jase Edwards. I think you get a 5-star Jase Edwards. I really believe that. I think
does 10-2 put us top 25?
I don't know. But you gotta look at the people out there that's recruited. Does Auburn go back and look at potentially trying to flip Botany Cleveland from Texas? Does Auburn try to flip Corey Wells from Texas? Corey Wells is from Mississippi. Botany Cleveland is from Parker, where Jordan Crawford went. Does Auburn even take a look at Tank Jones down here in Mobile? I mean, like, you got a lot of that. Those are like 5-star and 4-star guys that if Auburn were to hit 10-2, could they go back to these guys and say, look, you see what we did this year. We just need you to come in and potentially help us get to the next level. I don't know if that's going to be enough, man. I think that plus having the bag potentially could help out.
I think it does, though, Nick. I think 10-2 in the bag get us back top 25. Nick.
I don't think so, bro.
Because I think that's 10-2. We 10-2 is a playoff berth. Are we? Can we agree on that?
No, yeah, I agree, but you got to take other things into consideration as well when you're talking about that. How many guys are going to flip from a school that they've been committed to throughout the season, that they are about to early enroll to in January, in November, December? Like, that's a lot of work. I agree with
that point of it, Nick. But you got to think it's a new era of football now.
But like I stated, Auburn going 10-2 is not enough right now, in my personal opinion. I think if you go 10-2, and then if Auburn gets off this holier than thou situation, talking about they trying to be trying to do the right thing with this NIL, when we all see that other if they get off that, and if you add a bag to that 10-2 and things and stuff of that nature,
I think the bag coming with it though.
But the thing is, like, okay, all right, listen to this. I ask you this question. I'm gonna give you a scenario and you tell me which one you gonna do. I'm gonna give you a scenario and I'm gonna tell you, you tell me what you're gonna do. Option A, you committed to a school like Ole Miss, Penn State, Michigan, Indiana, a school like in that range. You committed to a school in that range. That school offered you $2 million, $3 million NIL deal over a certain period of time to come to their school and play. All right. That school goes 8-4, but it's traditionally a 9-10 win team, but they win 7-8 games this year. Okay. Option B, Auburn comes to you. Auburn has won 6 games and 5 games in the past 2 regular seasons. Auburn comes to you and says, look, I would give you $1.5 million, $2 million over a time period of you being here at Auburn. But we just won 10 games and you come in and you can help us move the goalpost and try to get us to the next level. And we just got to the playoff. Which one you gonna take? I'm seriously asking you that question. Which one are you gonna go with? Are you gonna go with the team that had a off year, but
we taking Phantom straight out of it.
Take Phantom out of it. You taking Phantom out of it.
Phantom out of it.
Are you going with the team?
Are you
going with the team that you can almost perennially and say they're gonna win 8? They're gonna win 9-10 wins.
Yeah, I'm taking the first option because of the stability
season. Because everybody in the media is talking about.
I see what you're saying. You talking about stability.
Yeah,
the first situation has to. Yeah, I feel you.
I think Auburn. I think like if it comes with a bigger, if that 10-2 comes with equal or more than what the school I'm currently at is offering me, then yeah, I may have to consider like, all right, let's see what's up. I may have to consider seeing what Auburn got and seeing what the projection is for the future. But I'm not about to leave somewhere where I'm stable and I know for a fact that, look, I'm going to be in the college football playoff conversation every single year. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
We ain't at that level yet. Hopefully this year at Auburn is what's going to get us to the level to where we start winning. And then now after this season, and then maybe even after next season, if Auburn has a good season next year, now you have people in the media, you have people that's just around the program, and people that just talking about it, just saying, where do you see Auburn? Oh, Auburn, 9-10 win team. 10-win team, Auburn. We can pencil that in for Auburn right now. Just because of the talent that they've acquired. You got to understand, like, you have to get to that point first before people start seeing you that way. That's just how I see it. That's just how I see it.
I agree with that. You have to have that sustained level of success before people start looking at you as a successful program to go to. But it's just like in my mind, like when we speak on recruiting now, it's like you were saying about the bag. It's like these kids just want to chase that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I feel like you when you were speaking to if Auburn's throwing the bag. That's why I think. If we stop playing and, like you said, get with the cheating side, I don't like saying cheat. I'm gonna stop saying cheat. The upper echelon way of recruiting. I'll say that. I think that's a better phrase. Echelon way. That's good. Like the big schools doing. The upper echelon way of recruiting right now. I think we can flip it, man. I think we can scratch that top 25 with a 10-win season. But like you said, it's gonna be with the bag. But I don't see everybody's going the bag, so I don't see why Auburn would.
Well, apparently, because it was reported that Auburn's offer to a bunch of kids was like hundreds of thousands of dollars less than what they would.
But that's because we were trying to play by quote unquote these mysterious rules that were set that nobody know about.
I'm telling you, man. I don't know, man. I feel like Auburn Dad. I see where you coming from, Auburn Dad, saying wins and stability will help that. And Hugh will help with
But
change.
that's kind of your point though. But people want to see.
I don't think it's gonna happen this year though. That's the thing. Like I think a lot of people feel like, you know, if we win this year, a lot of guys are just gonna start flipping to Auburn because Auburn's just, you know, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think this is just gonna be a down year for us in recruiting. Because like I stated, and that's why it's so important to get a Jase Matthews in this class now, the guy that has you in your top 4. Because I honestly feel like with recruiting moved up, with basically early signing day being National Signing Day now, with that being moved up and guys getting into school in January earlier, recruiting is going to be done. Of course, it's a year-round thing, but recruiting is going to be really where the deals really are made are going to happen in like May, June, July is where it's going to happen at. So I'm just saying, man, I just feel like
it's just tough for me to believe a coach who's succeeding in recruiting while losing is gonna fail and recruit while winning.
Yes, I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. I get you on that. Cam, shout out to Cam. Cam said, I can think of 2 people we could flip that could put us easily in the top 20. Jair Edwards. See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, like even like those 2 5-stars, even like if you okay, let's say we get Jase Matthews, right? We get Jase. All right, that's a 4-star. Then let's just say Braylon Womack commits. That's a 5-star. And then let's say Auburn does win these games. And then Auburn does get a Jair Edwards, who I think is potentially going to flip to Auburn anyway. I just believe that. Even if I think
you got some inside intel, don't you?
No, I don't have no inside intel. I just look at what he did before he committed to Alabama. Like, dude was at Auburn like every other weekend. He was at Auburn.
Hey, we all know Auburn the party city, man.
Of course, the thing is, he was at Auburn like every other weekend, and I'm like, I just honestly think like dude gonna end up flipping to Auburn anyway. So I'm gonna prematurely throw him in there. So that's 2 5-stars if you get him and Braylon Womack. Zion Ely is part of that St. Francis recruiting line with Wayne Dorsey, DJ Durkin, and all those guys from Maryland. If you read any of the recruiting stuff that comes out, basically from what I've read and things and stuff like that, Maryland has given him the best NIL deal that from anybody, like the best and biggest apparently anybody. So I'm just saying,
can't let him go.
It's hard to beat. Like even if Auburn were to win those games and then offer him something that's comparable, and I'm not saying it'll be better, like that's still gonna be hard to beat because you're still getting the most money. Like what you gonna do according to that? Yeah. I don't know, man. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to say that, man. Auburn Dad said, man, Hugh did it only a few weeks in his first. Yeah, he did, but you know what he had to sell to those guys? They can come in and play right now. They literally can come in and play right now. I don't know if early playing time is a selling point for Auburn right now, just based off of the fact of the talent that's in the class.
But question to you, do you really think, because we heard what his selling point was to Walker White, and Walker White was a big recruit. Do you think that's the selling point to all his big recruits though?
By year 2. But that's the quarterback thing. He was saying to the quarterback, by year 2, you're not the guy, you probably won't be the guy.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, he can still not be just selling playing time to all the younger big time recruits.
I mean, potentially. I mean, I feel where you coming from. Jermaine said Jair and his family loves Bama. That's a done deal. Kid is a leader in the class already. I mean, maybe. I mean, maybe. I'm just gonna be on. Maybe
when it changes a lot, Jermaine.
He may be.
You know this as a Bama fan.
But I would tell you this: Jair Edwards was at Auburn every other weekend. Every chance he got, he was at Auburn. I mean, I'm just being like like every time I look up and you read something about who was at camp, Jair Edwards was there today. Jair Edwards was there. You know what I'm saying? Jair Edwards was there again. this kid's been at Auburn a lot. Like, what's going on? Like, what's like this dude must really love Auburn. I don't know, man. I don't know. Recruiting is not a science. I think it's really just a lot of people that just enjoy the thing, just looking and trying to find tendencies and weave paths of stuff that probably don't even match and stuff like that. But it's funny, man. Robert Smith said, how we got the bad for some of these 5-star. Robert, we don't even have a 5-star committed right now. Like, if Jase Matthews commits, Jase Matthews will be our highest rated guy in this 26 class. He'll be a 4-star, 93.3 rated guy. If my numbers are right, that's what he'll be. Giant want to play with Ivan Taylor at safety together. They already playing. All right, man. I'm
the one who got the inside intel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jermaine got the inside intel. Cam said Zion committed to Maryland, man. If they went to bed, I think we get them. I remember reading Jair saying something about committing to AU when they beat Bama in the Iron Bowl. You know what? I read the same thing too, Cam. I did. But I mean, the point about Zion Ely, bro, like, I want to believe it so bad because that would be a big get, especially with Keldrick Faulk leaving. If you pair him up with Jared Smith on the edge and Zion Ely, man, that'll be a dangerous combination for the next 2 to 3 years in the SEC with those two guys right there. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it would be great. It would be great. But then he said something about Jair saying about committing to AU when they beat Bama. It was the same thing he said about Ryan Williams. He was going if Auburn beat Alabama, he was supposed to go to midfield and switch his commitment to and commit to Auburn. But Auburn lost. I don't know, man. It's a lot of stuff that we be reading into. Sometimes it ain't. Shout out to Kyle.
Kyle?
I see Kyle, and he's the Alabama fan. What's going on? He said Auburn's had great wide receivers before. When? Yes, we have. You want me to name them? Let's go all the way back. We'll go Ben Amamadu, Devin Aramashadu, Darvin Adams, Seth Williams. Who else you want to add on that list, Marcus? Courtney Taylor was on that list. Terrell Zachary was pretty good, even though he didn't play much in the NFL. Emory Blake. Darius Slayton, who's still playing who plays in the NFL for the Giants. Who else you want to add to that list? There's a lot of guys. Kyle. There's a lot of guys. We can go. But I just gave you a couple of them. Kyle. I just gave you a couple of them. If Duke Williams would have kept his head on straight, Duke Williams would have been one of the best wide receivers.
What could have been?
What could have been? I'm just saying. But it is what it is, man. Jermaine said, hell, I was shocked when we got G. I was too. You were shocked. I was too. But after reading his story, after his commitment, they sold him on being the best safety tandem with Ivan Taylor and being coached by Coach Mo he loves. Hey, more power to him, man. More power to him. We're gonna take a break right here, man. We're gonna go. We're gonna hit in the halftime real quick, and when we come back out of halftime, we're gonna get into the second half of the show. And we're gonna talk about what Coach Free said today in his press conference today. We're gonna talk about that.
You don't out your seats. It's halftime.
Do you want to feel like a star? Then go to Hollywood Media, and you'll be shining. From sports interviews, athletic highlight tapes, athletic photography, Hollywood Media will make you the star of all stars. Feel like a star on the most important days of your life, from college graduation to saying I do to your forever person. Let Hollywood Media make your event star stay. Subscribe and follow on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Hollywood.
Hey, yo, shout out to I got DJ, man. Day one supporter of the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. It's Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. You want to feel like a star? Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's, man. Shout out to I got Day one supporter of the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. Mess with the people that mess with the Water Cooler Talk, man. We appreciate you so much for rocking with us. And of course, man, if you want to call in to the show, there's the call in number 334-521-2679. Again, 334-521-2679. If you want to call into the show and you want to give us your 2 cents, tell us why we may sound stupid, tell us what you think, tell us what you like, tell us whatever it is that you got, what's on your mind, man. There's the number right there, 334-521-2679. And we about to head into the second half. Let's go.
You're now entering the second half.
All right, man. We in the second half right now, man. We thank y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. As always, before we get into it, man, make sure you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23. On Twitter, follow us at CoolersPod23. And of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know when we post more videos and go live. And if you want to call in and you want to join in on the conversation, the number is at the bottom of the screen in the scrolling ticker. 334-521-2679. Again, 334-521-2679 is the number to call if you want to call into the show. Because this is a call-in show, you know, if you want to call in and do that. All right, man, let's get into the second half topic, man. So Auburn had practice today. Had practice today. They have practice tomorrow. Then they have a scrimmage.
It's that scrimmage right there.
It sounds like it's gonna be about a 60 to 90 play scrimmage from what was said in the press conference today. Coach Freeze came into the press conference and said that today's practice it felt sluggish. I don't know if that was the exact word he used, but he said it kind of felt like they were lagging. He kind of felt like in parts of practice there were spurts of practice that were good. But overall, he said he wished the practice could have been better. It could have been a better practice. Was asked about Jackson Arnold. He said Jackson Arnold, he's pleased with his progression. He said he could be a little greedy on the RPO. That was his word. He used greedy on the RPO. And he was forcing some things a couple of practices ago, but he didn't see him do that today after their meeting that he had with them yesterday. Also talked about the offensive line. Spoke about potentially the starting 5 guys with Connor Lew, Dylan Wade, Jeremiah Wright, Xavier Chaplin at left tackle, Mason Murphy at right tackle, and Xavier Miller potentially being that 6th guy in there, can play tackle or guard. And then he mentioned Dylan Cinder, who potentially could play guard or center as well. Spoke about some other stuff too. He spoke about NIL and recruiting. He was asked a question in NIL and recruiting about August 1st has come and gone, and we haven't really seen much happen yet, and got his perspective on that, and he answered that question. Marcus, you had a chance to watch the video, I believe so.
I've seen portions of it.
Yeah, okay. So what were your thoughts on what you heard from Coach Freeze in the press conference today? What were your thoughts? What did you like? What you didn't like? What you wish he would have said more about? Just give us your overall view on it.
I didn't get to really see that much of the NIL conversation, but what I noticed is that fall camp for Hugh Freeze is like fall camp for anybody. You have those days where your players come and they into it, they popping around, they moving. Then you got them days where, like, golly, this like day 5, day 6. Because in fall camp, if it's anything how I remember, you got to move into the dorms.
Yep.
They didn't let us use our vehicles, so you had to walk, or you had to use a bicycle to get around. Then you had meetings all through the day. You had practice in the morning, meetings. Then you had weigh-ins, and so at a certain point you get tired.
Yep.
So you expect days like this where you don't get that same pop in every drill that you see. Yeah, that you see once before. I don't think it's very alarming. So I don't think it's nothing to hit the panic button about right now. And I think Hugh Freeze is trying to basically calm everybody down who, like y'all said, that was ready to hit the panic button about the Jackson Arnold article. So he's telling people like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's progressing. He still has things that he can work on, but I like what I'm seeing from him going into week 1.
Yep.
So that's pretty much what I picked up on. But if you can tell me what he said about that NIL, because I've been waiting to hear what people had to say after August 1st pass.
Yeah, he
Really,
basically just hinted, like he was asked the question. He was like, he was asked the question. It was asked, August 1st has come and gone, and we haven't really seen much happen on the end of Auburn because you're kind of behind and you need to catch up. That's kind of what was that's what was said. And he was like, yeah, we still playing that ear by ear. He's like, we still believe that we're doing it the right way.
no, we're not.
And he said, and he was like, he hasn't seen a lot of the official offers that have went out to kids. I'm like, I've seen them all on Twitter.
I don't say people. Okay.
I don't know what you talking about. I have seen a lot of the kids that I follow that are.
You know, him and cell phones don't do well together, so they probably don't allow him to use cell phones.
It's hilarious. A lot of the kids that I follow, I have seen them post, and I have seen them get official offers from schools. Like a majority of schools have sent out official offers to these guys.
That's what I'm thinking too. That's what I'm saying.
His point of saying like he hasn't seen a lot of, maybe he hasn't, but the point of him saying
he must not be looking.
That might be it. But my thing is this, man. He was asked that question. He said, well, he still does. He said he still doesn't understand how NIL works outside of the revenue sharing part, is what he stated. Because he was like, we still have to figure out the Deloitte system, the Deloitte part, and everything. Like, you gotta understand, like I try to stay up to date with a lot of this college football NIL talk and things of that nature when it happens, because it changes every day. But when the memo came out that about the House attorneys and the CSC parties coming together and basically amending what a valid business purpose meant for third-party NIL collectives and school entities, basically saying that they for profit, that they could pay players, basically that collectives could still pay players, but it had to be for valid business purposes for profit. In that same article, it mentioned that the next thing that was going to be discussed or going to be targeted was the Deloitte system of how Deloitte is going to approve deals and see what deals fall in the range of who can get what and what would be approved and what would not be approved.
Yeah.
So when I read that, I said, boom, there go the gray area right there. If that's going to be challenged, guess what? Let's go out here and let's offer some guys. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, man.
But
it's
question to you though,
Nick, to flex that muscle and let's make that thing happen. Let's do it. Go ahead.
Does August 1st had an impact that we expected it to have?
No, I think I'm gonna be completely honest. What I think Auburn thought was going to happen August 1st. This is what I think Auburn thought was going to happen August 1st. I think Auburn was like, all right, August 1st comes. A lot of schools are going to be like, yo, we can't honor the offer that we are giving to that particular player.
Yeah, I see what you said.
Auburn was gonna be like, look, we tried to tell
y'all. We told
with you from the jump, and come on back over here, because guess what? We gonna always tell you the truth and things and stuff like that. That's why we did that show, that Auburn get played, because the thing about it is, do you want to do what's right, or do you want to go with and let me make sure. Let me make sure I say this. Let me make sure I say this right.
Choose your words right.
I'm gonna choose my words right, because there are times when it has anything to do with criminal things or things that potentially could harm you, your family, or anything like that. You always want to go with what's right. But in the world of college football, when there is a president that has been basically said the teams that spend the most on their teams or near the top are the teams that compete. And lawsuits, people are just waiting to file lawsuits everywhere. If that's the case, and lawsuits are going to be pending once something comes out, they've already said it's going to be pending. Why are you trying to play by the rules when other schools are not?
You know what I'm saying? The upper echelon way of recruit.
When other schools are basically telling you from the jump, look, we don't know the rules, so we just gonna keep doing what we do.
Exactly, because they're not gonna put Texas on probation. They're not gonna put Bama on probation. They're not gonna put Georgia on probation.
Going to happen.
They're not gonna put the Ohio States and the Michigan. Michigan possibly, but you know, the Oregon's on probation. You're not finna put Nike on probation.
It's not about to happen, bro. And now I could be wrong in this situation because a year or two from now, Auburn could raise out of this and just be like, I told y'all so.
And then we're gonna scrap this episode.
I'm not gonna scrap this episode.
I'm just talking. I'm just being funny.
But the thing is, in the moment right now, guess what?
Cheat. You
seem wrong. You seem like you behind. That's what it seems like in the moment right now. You know what I'm saying? And I just want Auburn to win, bro. And whatever you got to do to win, bro, do what you got to do to win. Because college football has never been the most faithful, upfront institution that ever was. All teams cheated. No, all teams cheated.
Yeah.
So now, when you get to the point to where you see, and whatever backdoor channels you have, you see what's happening at other schools. You now all of a sudden want to have this complex of like, let's just sit back, let's chill, let's see what happens, because guess what? All of them gonna start running back to us. And I'm gonna be real with you, there is a possibility that could happen within the next couple of days, because I did say about a month or two ago that if August 1st was real, by August 14, 15, 16, you should start seeing a lot of guys start to say they're gonna back off of their commitment to certain schools, because that would be a flashpoint telling you that some schools can't honor their commitments. That's what that tells you. That's what they were telling you. So far, we haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen guys back off of commitments from schools that they've committed to and things and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't know what to expect. I don't
think that money start being guaranteed until after the season, though. That's when I think that money you start seeing those checks supposed to be cut by the end of the season.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, man, in order for you to secure a guy's recruitment or commitment, that money, you gotta have that money talk. Money talk. So a guy gonna want to know
the game.
Yeah, he gonna want to know what he gonna get before he even comes to your school. So I don't.
But like you said though, the college football world in itself is up for grabs. Like right now, whoever it's wide open right now, man. Like in the past, you knew your Alabama was gonna dominate, your Georgia was gonna dominate. Like right now, it's kind of open. You don't kind of. There's no definite who could take it this year.
Take it in what? You talking about in recruiting or like in the actual playing of the
the playing of the game?
I think the usual suspects still at the top. I'm not gonna lie. I still think the usual suspect. I still think the Ohio States, the Texas is the.
I don't think Ohio State at the top.
I think Ohio State pretty good team, bro. Just to be real with you.
I think that Will Howard replacement gonna end up being a lot more than what people give it credit for.
We'll see, man. Get Musty with the laugh face. Shout out to Get Musty. The Huggy Bear back in the chat said he back up in his jump. What up, my boy? Jermaine Mills said Auburn didn't know everyone had front loaded deals which is wild to me because that's exactly what happened before. Because that's what a lot of teams were trying to do before they thought that what the original date the date was for that for the settlement agreement to come down. A lot of teams just front loaded deals for the next year. I don't know if Auburn did it or not. Maybe they did in that situation and stuff like that. But who knows? It is what it is. That's why Free said they're still in kids. They're still in these kids and these families' ears. See, shout out to C Hall, man. What up, C Hall?
All in the building.
Here's the thing. You better stay. But the thing, like, I hope here's the thing. Hopefully, in all honesty, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, Auburn is shout out to Auburn. You did it right. You did it right. But the way it is trending, bro.
But the thing about it is, even if I don't mean to cut you off, Nick, but even if we did it right, Nick, like you said, it's so much gray area that if the NCAA try to punish anybody for doing it wrong, it's a lawsuit.
Listen to this. They put a memo. This is the reason why you got to read between the lines. They put a memo out basically saying that third-party collectives were now going to be considered advertising agencies. That you could not pay players from third-party collectives for either pay for play or even if you were selling something for profit and having them market it for you. Those collectives couldn't pay them. It had to be a valid business with a valid business purpose. They put that out. 2 weeks later, I think almost to the date, 2 weeks later, they put out another memo, an addendum, basically saying that third-party NIL collectives and school-associated entities can now have a valid business purpose to pay players, is what they said. The House attorneys and the CSC got together and amended that, and they came out with a memo saying that third-party collectives and school-associated entities have a valid business purpose as long as they are doing something for profit, is what it was said. In that same article, it said the next thing that they are going to go after is the Deloitte system, which is what appears to be coming up a lot when it comes to Auburn. How you gonna work with Deloitte? And Deloitte ain't even. And the thing about it is, I don't even think Deloitte is on campuses yet. So why are you sitting here worried about something that's if context clues gives me anything, why are you sitting here worried about something that's not even going to be a factor? Because if the attorneys and the CSC got together and amended what a collective was, what's the thing? And they already said they about to, and they attack what Deloitte is doing, trying to basically say who, trying to approve and disapprove what NIL deals are. What makes you think in the next month or 2 or 6 that Deloitte ain't gonna be worth nothing? So why are we still doing this? It's a trend here. It's a trend. Like, come on, man. Like let's just.
That's tough to argue.
Let's just.
Hey, Tim said something. Tim said some real stuff in the comments, and I agree with that.
I'm about to pull it up, man. Get Musty said, jokes aside, how in the world do you not? How in the world do you know that others have front loaded deals? Do we not pay people to get this into? Shout out to Get Musty, bro.
Shout out to Get Musty.
You know what's so funny about this, Get Musty? Stephen A. Smith, and I know everybody knows who Stephen A. Smith is. Stephen A. Smith said he told a story one time about an NBA player. This is the NBA. This is the NBA and the NBA team. The NBA team, they will hire private investigators to go out and scope and basically try to get information from other teams, basically, or like on recruits before they recruited and stuff like that. When you dealing with hundreds of millions and billions of dollars, bro, you trying to be as sure as possible, bro. You're trying to be as sure as possible. To this whole point right here, bro. Like you have to be like, if how do you not know that other teams are doing that? Like, come on, man. That would definitely be mind blowing.
I think they know. They just want to do it the right way.
I guess. Tim said, what's so wild is that if we did what
I agree with this,
we will be singled out and hammered, or we can do what we did and sit here looking crazy at 278th and
I agree with Tim. I agree with you, Tim. Because if we took lead on this upper echelon way of recruiting, we would be punished to the utmost extent.
And that might be a reason why Auburn is doing that too. That could be part of the reason why you hearing the message that's coming from Auburn, to be completely honest with you. Just being real. That might be the reason why you hearing that message coming from them. Because I'm just like what's the reason behind it? Like, if all other teams are doing this and they are just doing this at it seems like we don't care what's gonna happen, bro. We just gonna make we gonna make do, because guess what? They've already signaled to us that Deloitte ain't gonna be around long. So let's just keep doing what we doing. Why we ain't doing it? I don't know, bro. I don't know. He said trying to go against a consulting group like Deloitte, Brain & Co. and McKinsey is a fool's errand. They literally have armies of people looking at this stuff. Mercy. But the thing is, I don't even know if Deloitte is on campuses yet. Are they even on campuses yet? That's the question. Like, are they even on campuses yet?
That's the question.
I know NIL Go. Like, there have been a couple of deals that have went through NIL Go, and majority of them, and some of them have been rejected.
Yeah.
But is Deloitte on, like, because if I'm not mistaken, I think Deloitte has to be like, they have to have some type of representation on some of these campuses, on or something like that, to that degree or something. And I may be wrong on that. I may have misinterpreted that wrong. But the thing is, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. To your point, they do got armies and stuff like that, but my thing is this: when the signal has already been sent up, basically saying that we going after Deloitte because we feel that is against free trade and fair market value. They're basically determining what a guy can get paid. When people are saying that, and then now you start hearing people bring in First Amendment rights and things and stuff like that, and it's attack on that. When you start hearing people talk about that, trust me, it's going to be amended. Like, because the whole Deloitte thing is basically saying they're trying to set a scale and basically be within that scale of what a guy can get paid. Now, in the NFL, now this is the difference of what if people thinking differently. In the NFL, in the salary cap, there is a salary that you not really, there really isn't a salary structure, but it's based on what other guys get paid in the NFL. But the best way of having a scale is basically like a rookie. So when a rookie gets drafted, there's a rookie scale that guy's gonna get paid. That money is already set, stuff like that. But when you're doing this for a guy who's getting something that's outside of what the revenue is, basically he can go out to Walmart on his own and just basically be like, yeah, Walmart wants me to represent them. Now you telling me the deal between me and Walmart, I have to submit to Deloitte for Deloitte to say this is something that I can do as a college athlete when I'm using my own name, image, and likeness. Like, come on, bro. Come on. That's going to get challenged, and ultimately it's going to get overturned. And Deloitte, in my personal opinion, I think Deloitte is just not even going to be a factor. The signal already been sent up. It's already been sent up. If we got nailed, it would be basketball. It would be worse than Chuck person situation. Dirk can already look like
so to speak.
Hey, you might have a point. You might have a point though. It would be basketball with Turk. It might have a point though. I don't know, man. Hey, I'm gonna just tell you this, man. Coach Freeze. It seems as if you are still, it's to the point. I mean, because we kind of got into what he said about the recruiting thing after August 1st, but to the point about the team, It seems as if he's happy with the team. It seems as if he's very excited about the team because I'm excited about the team.
If you've been watching that SEC thing on Netflix, he spoke to the team last year and he was excited about what he was doing. So like I'm definitely I like what he's doing off the field by building up the team. He gotta put it on the field and on the clipboard this year, bro.
Yeah,
that's the only question mark. That's the only question mark he has left.
That's all it is, bro. That's really all it is. Like a lot of the things that happened during this offseason pertaining to Coach Hugh Freeze was basically because of pertaining to football was basically because of Auburn didn't win, and then Auburn losing recruits because Auburn didn't win. Coach Freeze on the golf course, and that being a subject because Auburn didn't win, and now you on the golf course, and then now you saying you taking it easy on Jackson Arnold. Well, guess why you saying that? Because Auburn didn't win or not is not winning, and it's just like everything he's saying is just everything that every major thing that was saying or every minor thing that was said was just was the opposite of what a winning program was doing. Or the perception of what a winning program was. So like if you lose a program, why are you on the golf course?
Yep.
If it's basically what people were saying. They basically saying if you would lose a program, why are you on the golf course playing so much? If you would lose a program, why are you taking
that's
it
a
easy
legit question though.
You know what I'm saying? They basically saying if you a legit program, why are you taking it easy on your quarterback? You know what I'm saying? If you're a legit program, why are y'all taking it the safe route when it comes to recruiting? Should y'all be trying to get as much talent as y'all possibly can? Like that's really what people wanted to say when they were saying things and they was making stories about all this stuff. They were just like, why are you doing this stuff when you're not winning on the field? That's really what it is. But I don't know, man. It is what it is, man. We've been on here and we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. We'll be back Friday. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, back around the water cooler. We will be. Marcus, tell the people what you gotta say to people before we get up out of here, my guy.
Man, I see y'all Friday, man. And like he said, we appreciate y'all so much for coming to kick it with us, man. Thank y'all so much for subscribing and liking. Coming. We really appreciate y'all, man.
Exactly, man. Make sure you go follow these, in the words of Tight Sports, these great Americans over on YouTube. Subscribe over at It's SEC Season. Subscribe to Tight Sports at Alabama Football Megacast. Subscribe to DC Wolf over at Auburn Addicts TV, man. Subscribe to my guy Dustin over at the Uptempo Podcast, man. I got B Sharp over at Sharpshooter Sports Talk. Vandy Chris over at the Golden Broom Podcast. Make sure you go over there and subscribe to him. And then, of course, you already know the Rooster Mac himself, the legend of Sweet Sugar Bear Williams, the Huggy Beard himself on YouTube and on Facebook. Go follow him and friend him on Facebook at Huggy Beard and at Bubba Hyde on Facebook as well, man. Before we get out of here, man, make sure you follow us on Facebook. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Water Cooler Talk, at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. On Twitter, follow us on Twitter at CoolestPod23. Follow us on Twitter at CoolestPod23. And of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know when we post more videos and go live, man. I'm gonna just throw this out there, bro. Let's see if we can let's see how close, if not, let's see how close we can get to 800 subscribers before the season start, or if we can hit 800 subscribers before the season start.
We might pass 800 subscribers for the season start.
Let's see. So we are 2 weeks away from 2 weeks. We are 14, 16, 16 days away from our Auburn Live Watch, which will be August 29th. So let's see if we can hit 800 or how close we can get to 800 before Auburn kicks off against Baylor. And remember, we will be doing I will be doing these live Auburn watches every game for Auburn this year. So make sure you tune in. We're gonna be here for the duration of the game. We'll be here for the post game for some of those. Some of those post games will be over after the game is over. We'll jet over to Auburn Addicts YouTube page and do it over there. Some of them will be over here on Water Cooler Talk. But I'm telling y'all, man, y'all want to make sure that y'all are in these live game watches because trust me, the production quality for it is gonna be off the chain, in my personal opinion. So I want y'all to come in and join it for me. And of course, man, we trying to figure out this membership thing. If we even gonna do it, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or we just want people to donate to the show. That's what we want. We'll figure it out within the coming weeks of how they go, man. Because if you want to donate and want to be a part of the show, that'll be an option for you there, man. Let's get these last comments in before we get out of here, man. Tim said, man, salute to y'all. Salute to Tim.
Tim.
Appreciate you so much, man. Said shout out to Nick and Marcus for doing what only they can do. I
appreciate it, man.
That's what I'm talking about. He said, by the way, first of the month, I'll be able to go live on my new channel, The Huggy Beard, going live on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about.
For the first time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler as always. We'll be back Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. We'll be back around the water cooler, man. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. And it's always make sure y'all give the man upstairs above his, because he deserves all the praise and all the glory. And until Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, we'll see you back around the water cooler, man. It is one love, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? We out this mug. I holla. Peace.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.